I looked up and I couldn't believe how few yards we'd given up, but we gave up 2 scores, and you just can't give, you just can't give drives away. And we kind of did that a little bit in the second quarter. But here's the good thing. Second half, come out in the third, still kind of working our way through it. And then all of a sudden, all our perseverance, all our hard work, and we found a way to win. So how many disagree with me going for it on 4th down? You know the one I'm talking about? Right at the end of the game, and we needed this much. And I thought about it. One, I had confidence in how we were kind of functioning defensively. We had picked it back up like 2 series in a row, so I kind of had a good feeling about that piece. But I just thought it was the right thing to do. I thought we'd make it. Like we went for one early, first quarter was it? I don't remember. But we ended up obviously making it. And, that's kind of the way I go. I'm trying to win. So whatever the moment presses, do what you think you have to do. I thought Tyson really sucked it up, and I thought the combination of our running back room gave us some good results too. Jackson Paradise's father, Sean, he transferred here and finally was healthy and I think showed what he's capable of doing on the football field for UMass. So that's another pleasant little deal. 3rd down, they were 2 of 11 on 3rd down. We were 6 of 13. Obviously, that's a huge statistic for us because we're a heavy blitz team. Questions?
First question, obviously, getting your 100th today. Can you talk about that in 1 minute?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Really wasn't thinking about it. One of the kids, after we had kind of secured it and we were taking the knee downs, kind of reminded me of it. So, it's a nice thing. So I thank Mr. Bamford for bringing me back and giving me the opportunity. And I can assure you this, we are working hard every day to try to make UMass football better. That's all I can say.
Tyson with a relatively efficient, successful day today.
Yeah,
what was the message to him at halftime, and how did he answer?
I didn't say anything to him at halftime, but in the 3rd quarter on the field, I said, "Come on, man, lead us." And I'm telling you, this guy, there's not enough superlatives to talk about this guy. He is a first-class individual, and I think has an NFL future. Now, he's got to have a good year, and I think today was kind of a springboard as to what he's really capable of. So, good thing.
You draw after they kick the field goal, then you get
Yep.
the ball back at some
Yep.
point, and then you take it down and score.
Yeah.
That has to be it.
That was a big
real
moment.
Turning point for your team.
Yeah, that was a big moment right there. I really think that was a big moment. And, the one thing you don't want to do that could have become a big moment is when we didn't make it the 1st down, and now they got the ball, but we contested every throw. We chased Brady Olson pretty well during that stretch as well. And we really chased him around for a good chunk of the night. That ball was coming out 100 miles an hour in terms of what their thought process was to try to beat us was, get the ball out quick.
But for your offense to respond.
Oh, it's great response. Great response. And, you know, he did a good job. He had 50 yards rushing, which was good. But, you know, that's a good night now. 287, 20 for 30. I mean, you know, we're asking this guy to do a lot. And his leadership ability, you know, just a human being. He'll come in and chat with me, and he's just a great guy.
I know you talked about the penalties.
I got to tell you, BB&N had a little. They were in it tonight. They were in it. Paradise and I always mess up. TY. So he was involved. So, you know, that'll be good. Mike Willie would be calling me, telling me, "Oh yeah, the guys. See, I told you." So that's a good thing. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, that's all right. I was just going to ask about the penalties. I know you talked about.
Oh my God.
There was 15 of
Can
them.
I tell you though?
Yep.
Did you feel like, I better not say that, but it feels like it's arbitrary, you know, when the PI flags got thrown on either side of the ball. Everything else I had no problem with, but the PI thing, I mean, you teach the guy, backhand on the hip, eyes back. Backhand on the hip, eyes back. And I thought Ellis did that twice and didn't get rewarded. So, but hey, you know, life is still good.
What was the message to the defense after the late turnover on downs when Central Connecticut State had one more chance to retire?
We had come too far and had worked too hard to not finish the game. Everything was about the finish. And like you hit it, we ran an 8-man drop, showed him pressure, and then ran an 8-man drop, and he rolled out and just threw it in the flank, and we batted one down. Ryan, who played corner for us and was a huge factor in this game, Ryan Barnes, who transferred from Notre Dame to us. Well, we lose Rutherford in the second quarter, which was a pretty serious loss because he's a veteran guy for us. And but Ryan stepped in, had an interception, batted 2 balls down. I mean, I don't think he could have played any better in his first minutes. And he, you know, transferred from Navy, and now all of a sudden he's starting to go. So that's a good thing.
Jacoby Keeney-James stepping up today at wideout.
Yeah.
What is it about his play that makes him?
He very athletic. I don't, you know, how overly, you know, straight line fast. I think fast, but highly competitive guy. And he was a huge factor tonight, boy. You know, so big plays for us, and he's got more years ahead of him. So that's a good thing.
And then I know you were talking about the 4th down earlier. You got a couple different running backs to pick from. What was it about Paradis that led to him getting the call on that?
You know, he's a banger now. You know, the sad thing about him, Jackson, when we took him, I said, I think we got ourselves something on, you know, just watching his tape. And then it just the injury bug found him. And it really hurt us, hurt him. But all of a sudden, about 10 days ago, I kind of started to feel him. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, I was out of practice and I went, oh, that's Paradis. Whereas you go through a period of time where, you know, he's hurt. So I think for him, this is going to be a huge night for his confidence. That's what I think. So, you know, good for us, good for him. Jalen John, 13 carries, 65 yards. Jackson had 54. Tyson sitting there at 50. Brandon Campbell had, you know, chipped in there as well. So that's a good thing. A lot of guys.
Last one for Coach. Coach, what are you doing for the run defense this year? Another really good day, shutting down
Yep.
Elijah Howard. What is it about these first 4 games that's been so successful to stop them?
Really varied. We weak side rush you, we front side rush you. We can balance you up and play. But I'm going to tell you, I'll give you a surprise. We're a big blitz team, okay? And the first 2 weeks, I didn't think we blitzed anybody. I was ready to lose my mind. Then all of a sudden, the third week, we got 3 quarterback knockdowns. We did some things. And then that carried over today. We had him running or throwing it quick, really fast. Now, that's one thing I wanted to check for my own benefit. He was 12 of 26 today for 100.5. Those numbers are way down because he was 22 for 49 in his last tilt, or last 2 tilts, I think. But 28, I guess, for 49, something like that. So anyway, and had a good moment with Brady after. I think, and I told him I think he's playing really well and doing a good job, leading his team. Saw Tristan too. Couldn't help it. He was yelling at me from the field. So.
Thanks, Coach.
Good. All right, guys.